Hello, humanoids, and welcome back to episode 3. I have a very exciting announcement, and that is that after episode 4, we are going to be doing a bonus episode where Joel coined the term Apocalypse Now, and we're going to be answering each other's questions and, most importantly, any of your questions. So please send in personal messages or DMs if you know us. If you have any questions about the show, the characters, how we make it, anything from beginning to end. I've also set up, for those that can't reach us directly, a Gmail account. So you can email your questions if you want to atpodquestions@gmail.com. Once more, that's atpodquestions@gmail.com. I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be pretty fun, and I'm hoping to give a bit of information on my end as well, kind of how I created a little bit of the game and a bit of behind the scenes. So looking forward to that. But now we delve deeper into the Church of Scientology to see what secrets it holds.
Howdy! This coming through? Damn, interference getting feistier than two jumbo lizards in heat. This evening's Fastcast is, as always, brought to you by Super Peas, registered trademark. Now listen up, youngins. Old Pappy has some important news for y'all. And hoo-hoo-wee, this one's a real tough nut to crack. I received a letter delivered by a rather shifty Pomeranian that reads, "Dear Pappy, love the show and we're huge fans. We love you so much." Here we go. We invite all Wastelanders to a new event, a display of the very worst the apocalypse has to offer. Pit against each other in a fight to the death. Spectate, bet, trade, win. All are welcome to the Zombo Wombo Combo, taking place a few days after this is announced in Brick City. One night only, kids eat free. Visit the Zombo Wombo Combo. What? I didn't get compensation for that advertisement, but what do y'all think, folks? Will you be there? Quite the fight. Whenever old Giles wants to get pumped up for a tussle, I play this dope shit.
OG boy. Know that the ride or die. I'm a OG boy. Know that the ride or die. I keep waiting on my seat, boy. Know that the ride or die. I keep waiting on my
Each of you stand in this foyer, and across the way you see it leads out into 3 different tunnels. One to the left, one to the right, and one that goes up.
Yeah, up.
Oh, right. Shit, you guys are just underground. Okay, it's not 3. There isn't one that goes up.
Perfect.
No, there's
Now
one
let's
that goes
go
up.
up.
No. Nope. That one goes straight.
No, it doesn't.
Cut it. Cut. There are 3.
All right. Let's take a second pass.
Shut up. You all are in an atrium. There's supposed to be equal choices. There are 3 tunnels. One that leads to the left, one that leads to the right, and one that's straight.
Where did
Split
the
up.
scream? Yeah, split up and
I
look
just
for
I just
clues.
have this strange feeling that the straight one's not the answer this time.
It seems odd to put a passage going straight, right? Like maybe
Yeah.
it should be going upwards.
Yeah, it seems just too simple. I don't know. There's something about it.
Where did the scream come from?
Straight.
Down. Stop it. Down one of those tunnels. You are not sure.
Okay, do they have signs like this is a? Are there signs on the walls?
Left side, right side.
Yeah, there's a sign that says
Left
left,
tunnel, right tunnel, straight tunnel.
straight tunnel. Go investigate a mystery, why don't you?
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
The
Give her-
Scientology church is very literal. They need
very
to-
literal.
Oh man.
It's simple. It's simple, guys. It's not
So
that hard.
they're simple people.
Okay, I rolled a 6 and a 1. Investigate a mystery is sharp, so that is 9 total.
Very nice.
I didn't fail immediately.
That's right. You can hold one of these. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? And what is being concealed here?
I only get one.
Correct?
I can't really ask about the creature because we don't know anything's down here, right?
No. You heard
Well,
a
we know something's
scream
down
here. An otherworldly kind of horrifying scream, but...
Okay. Where did it go?
Straight.
Like, this is a place people presumably went to at one point. They like. So, are there defining features to the hallways? Are there other doors? Is there a washroom sign going straight?
An exit sign.
Well, if they've got a
An
left and a
exit
right tunnel
sign?
sign, they sure must have a bathroom sign.
Yeah. Even Scientologists need to use the restroom, Nick.
Except Tom Cruise.
True.
Except Tom Cruise, he doesn't.
All
ever.
right. Here's what you're gonna get for that. You go closer to this passage, and you find 3 signs. To the left says offices. The one to the right says labs. The straight one says Eden. And this is not D&D, where splitting up is the worst thing you can do. This is Scooby-Doo.
Have you seen our party fight monsters?
Also, have you seen Scooby-Doo? Every time they split up, something bad happens.
And they find the ding-dang
They
guy
find a
in the
way.
mask. Scoob finds a way.
Yeah, but I don't want to find Tom Cruise in a mask by myself.
Colton, of these ones, which would you pick if you had to pick one?
Well, I mean, Eden sounds kind of suspicious.
It sounds kind of cool.
Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it.
It's the only one that doesn't really have like a generic sounding name.
Right.
Offices and labs, but Eden.
Yeah, you don't hear the word Eden thrown around all that often.
What about you, Doctor?
Well, I haven't heard the name of Church of Scientology in years. But the labs intrigue me.
Well, do we want to go one at a time through each one?
Yeah.
Or do we split up and the doc can go check the labs, you can go check Eden, and then I guess I'll take the offices.
If I go to the labs by myself and this thing you've described is in there, I'm just gonna die if I'm by myself. Like it's over for me. So I don't want to go alone.
Why don't you guys go together first to the offices and then the labs, or vice versa, and I can go to Eden, or I can go with the doctor.
It might be best if we all just stick together.
Sure.
Just
I think that's best.
strength and numbers and all that.
Sure.
All right.
I reload my comically large revolver.
I'm pretty sure your revolver goes down the whole hallway.
You have to back up and then go turn it and go down the other hallway.
We'll put a little mirror. We'll tape a little mirror to the end of it so we can see all the way down the hallway and down the corner.
We're going to need binoculars to see the mirror.
Sure. Okay. You guys want to stick together? Where do you want?
Labs first, right?
Labs first?
Well, yeah, do we want to start with labs or start with the boring one?
Well, none of them are boring. It's just, it sounds the
mean-
least enticing to me.
I've never been in all that exciting offices before.
Neither have I. I just assumed.
Yeah, they're pretty boring. Let's go to the labs. I don't think... Yeah, let's go to the labs.
All right.
Okay. Off to the labs you go.
Is there more screaming? Is it like
No.
repeated screaming?
Nope.
It's on a loop.
But
Can you give us that scream?
yeah, Colton, it's the exact same one that you heard in the forest.
Yeah, no, like I wanted to hear it.
You refresh my memory there? Perfect. The CSI Miami scream.
Exactly. Down to the labs you had. I will get each of you to roll and investigate a mystery as you head down these hallways, and record that number and make sure you remember how many questions you're going to get, because this is going to count for the whole hallway.
So, sorry, how many are we rolling? Just one, right?
Each of you is rolling once for investigate a mystery, and let me know what you get.
13, baby.
13?
11 plus 2.
Damn.
I'm all about mysteries. I can't
Okay.
shoot a gun for shit, but I can think good.
I'm joining the club. I rolled a snake eyes.
Oh boy, in a tunnel.
Oh boy.
Tunnel
In the Church of
snakes.
Scientology.
For a total of snake eyes.
Excellent. Excellent. And Seamus.
5.
5.
Boy, I'm sure glad there's no snakes down here in the tunnel.
What level did we get to? Did we get to 2 each?
We got to 2 each. I'm at
okay.
2 experience for on to level 3 now. Like
Same.
So write down that failure. Both
I'm
of you
3
might
now.
experience.
I'm
excellent.
almost level 3.
Hell yeah.
Nice. Here we go.
The grind.
Jacob, you got a 13. Jungo with the snake eyes. And then we got Colton in the middle with the failure of 5. Perfect.
You don't have to call him a failure. He's trying.
Oh, he's a big failure. So,
You sound like my mom.
okay, Joel,
Yes.
you may ask the keeper any question you want about the mystery, not just the listed ones.
Whoa.
So start thinking about that specific question. It looks like you don't even... Nothing happens on a failure. You just don't get information.
Bonus.
You mark experience. But luckily, there's a mechanic for these tunnels that happens during a failure. So
Wait.
Just bonk your head into the wall.
you all head down the tunnel labeled labs. This circular tunnel, kind of like spaceship-y almost, like 10 feet across-ish tunnels that curve deeper underground. The lighting in here is dim, and the shadows in between these kind of flickering lights that are on some kind of maybe solar power or something like that. There's dark spaces in between, and within those spaces, eventually you begin to see these bodies. They are dead and unzombified, but emaciated, almost like dried up husks. They're unrecognizable. You can only tell their bodies by the general shape, and there are these strings that connect one to another. They're littered sparsely at first, and then get more and more prevalent as you walk down these tunnels. This tunnel leads to a large triangular room, and within it you see all manner of strange contraption and setup. Dr. Jacob, this is the most familiar to you, as it resembles a thrown together, or not thrown together, it resembles a high-end lab that is meant for things that are not normal and regular.
Okay.
You see a row or two of large tubes filled with liquid. As you enter into this room, Colton, you're taking in the view, taking a step in. You don't notice one of these shriveled up corpses in front of you, and you trip over it. You catch yourself and are fine. And then you hear in the distance that scream.
Like, does it sound like it's further away than the split? Or in between us and the split?
In between you and the split.
Sick. Cool. Cool.
Oh.
As that happens, Jungo, you whip around and a snake pops out from one of the mouths of the corpses, shoots out and launches onto your face. You scream out, and you hear the scream now a lot closer, and a green flash that you see now from the tunnel. What do you all do?
I try to rip the snake off wherever it bit me.
Okay, act under pressure.
Under pressure. Cool.
Yep, that's cool.
8.
8? Okay.
That's right,
the
9.
keeper's
9
going-
plus 1.
All right, the keeper is going to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. You, Jungo, rip the snake off of your face, kind of toss it to the side. You can either also trip over a corpse, or you can fall in front of the tunnel entrance. What do you want to do?
Let's fall in front of the tunnel entrance.
Okay. You whip the snake off of your face. You kind of spin around back to the tunnel, see the green light for the first time, and unable to find out or unable to decide which way to go, you kind of trip yourself up and fall down right in front of the tunnel entrance.
So is that a fail?
No, that is a mixed success. You set out what you were going to do, but there's a price to pay.
Excellent.
What do you all want to do now?
Can we hide? Is it too close, or does it have sight line?
You can
on
definitely
us?
hide. You can't see it in the tunnel yet. It's a curved tunnel. You can see the light, the green light that flashed. It's no longer there, but it was close enough that you could see it like beginning to coming around the corner.
Okay. How big are the tubes? You said there were 3 tubes of liquid on the wall, or
There are two rows of tubes filled with liquid.
how big of talking? Like human sized, or like on the table,
human
or
sized, like human test tube sized.
okay. And can I use one of my investigative mystery holds?
Absolutely, you can.
Can I ask what happened here to these corpses on the ground? Not the monster, all these corpses. Because yeah.
Okay, yeah. What happened here for sure? Where are you trying to hide as well? You all can chime in on this as well. You're all kind of going at the same time here.
I think Jacob probably runs towards the tubing, like the tubes area, like the 2 lines, and tries to get behind them. But as he's going, he's looking around on tables for documents and labels and stuff.
Okay, great. As Jacob, you run down into the section where these tubes are being housed. There's a kind of platform that they're on that is maintaining them in some capacity. You duck in behind them and crouch down, surrounded now by these glass chambers of liquid. You look down to the side of you, and one of these corpses is near.
Hello.
Okay. There is another flash of green light from down in the tunnel, and as you're looking at this corpse close up, you see almost a twitch, like a muscle in its body, very slight, and then you see the string that attaches it to the next closest one kind of light up briefly, and then the next closest one twitches slightly, and it goes towards the tunnel, down the tunnel towards the light. You feel like this creature is somehow feeding off or maintaining power from this network of corpses.
This is all pretty yucky. Oh boy. Was that what happened here? Is that this corpse is?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the liquid green by any chance? Are these people all hooked up to? Like, I know they're hooked together. Is there a terminus? Like, do they all come to a single point, or do they connect to the tubes?
No, not that you can tell. It just seems like they're kind of interconnected.
Okay.
To each other, not to the tubes specifically.
Can I ask what can hurt it?
Mm-hmm. What I'll say is, if you'll kind of allow me to let Jacob kind of do something here, just out of your curiosity and this kind of connection, you just think of the question, what if they weren't connected? You kind of pull apart this thin string in between the corpses, and it snaps decently easily. It's kind of like almost like a tendon, and you kind of snap it, and you hear not a scream from the creature, but a vocalization in some capacity. Like what you did affected it.
Huh?
No, it's not. It's not what's his face from
Tim Allen.
It's not Tim Allen.
Okay.
Jungo and Colton, what do you want to do?
What's on either side of the doorway coming into this lab?
On either side, there's a row of kind of like desks and stuff where a bunch of paperwork and things are, and then on the other side you see kind of like lab equipment, more vials and beakers, things of those sorts.
Would I be able to duck in to like one of the desks next to the door and kind of just like press myself up against the wall?
Yeah, definitely. I assume you're kind of like using this to hide.
Yeah.
All right, great. And Jungo, what do you want to do?
So I had just fallen in front of the doorway, I believe.
Yes.
The flashing light coming from that direction. I would probably try to reconnect with where the doctor is, I believe.
Jungo,
Okay.
over here.
Okay.
You see him behind the beaker, or not beakers, the
The back to tanks.
tubes. Yes.
Okay, rush over there. Doctor,
Okay.
you see like a little puncture wound on my face is slowly healing back up.
I can't believe it, Jungo. They've made it down here. The snakes.
I kind of thought it was just our farm, but I guess
I
not.
thought it was an us problem. I thought it was an us problem.
It plays an everybody
did.
problem.
I guess so. Well, at least we're not alone.
Yeah. All these bodies. Did you figure anything out?
Yes, the cord or tether connecting them. You can snap it, and it appears whatever that is isn't a fan. So I guess we start disconnecting them.
Let's start snapping them.
It seems to be feeding off of whatever these people are. They're not zombies though. It's almost like they're a battery. I'm not sure.
Did maybe Colton know something? Did you ask him?
No. Did he find a place to hide?
I couldn't see him.
Well, maybe he's hidden good then. Mission accomplished. Hopefully this thing moves on and we can, well, not have to deal with it.
Oh, we're just gonna leave it alone?
I didn't even think about fighting it. Were we gonna fight it in here?
I mean, if it's around here, I mean, we don't really want this thing, right?
I guess. I guess you're right. You're definitely right.
I know.
Well, you know what? Let's be on the ready. If Colton jumps out in an aggressive fashion, let's get him.
All right, sure.
Get that fork ready.
Oh, I rip it out of my arm. It's ready.
Good. Oh, no. Oh, I hate that. Oh. Oh.
Another flash in the hallway, now from a hand that you can see. A emaciated figure floats into the room, its presence making the shadows in here darker. It whips its head around. You see those dull purple sockets scanning. Everyone, roll to act under pressure here.
Do you even want me to roll? Because Jungo really
I do.
did not at all. Okay, you do. Okay, good.
I want you guys
Excellent,
to
excellent.
roll for it.
Benevolent. Oh, ooh, okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, act under pressure. I have a 10 total.
Nice.
13.
Nice.
And I got a 6 plus 1. You said act under pressure, right?
Yes.
Yep, I got a 6 plus 1, 7.
Oh, 7 just barely. Colton, on a 12 plus, you may choose to either do what you wanted to do and do something extra, or do what you wanted to do to absolute perfection. Here's what happens before you decide. The figure floats in, looking around for you. Each of you is hiding, holding your breath. Colton, you feel very hidden and secure in your position. Jungo, you are also ducked in pretty well. A bit of recognition coming to mind for some reason. And Dr.
It's your dad.
Jacob, you barely manage to stop talking about how interested you are in this discovery about the connection between these different corpses in time for it to pass over you. However, Jacob feels his back pressing up against one of the tanks and a crack beginning to form.
Can I? I would like to use one of my moves, preparedness.
Okay.
When you need something unusual or rare, roll plus sharp. On a 10 plus, you have it right here, right now. On a 7 to 9, you have it, but not here. It will take some time to get it. On a miss, you know where it is, but it's somewhere real bad.
Okay. I love that. Yes.
Real bad.
I would like him to pull out a bandage, like an adhesive sticky bandage from his, what do I wear? Pants, I guess? Pants and a shirt of some variety? My pocket.
And flex tape it.
Flex seal, baby. Yeah, just slap it on there.
Okay. Roll for it.
Roll plus sharp. That is an 8 plus 2. 8 plus 2 is 10.
Is 10. You have it right here, right now. Woo! You whip out this adhesive bandage, stick it onto the side of the tank. You see the cracked spider web a little more, and then stop. The floating figure whips its head towards you and floats near your position. It looks down towards the corpse that you severed. A green light flashes from its hand, and the tether is rejoined. You see the two bodies that have been joined together almost tense up and then relax again.
Do I see that, the connection?
Yes, you do.
Do I see a connection to him with the tether?
No, you do not.
Can I see where the tethers are going, aside from in between each body?
It's only between each body.
So it just stops at a body?
They keep going like down the hallway and stuff, right? So these bodies are kind of littered throughout, almost like half a carpet everywhere kind of thing in patches, but there's always a tether in between them. So they're only connected to each other. This figure is floating. There's nothing seemingly or visibly connecting this figure. The figure spins around, looks at the room one more time, and begins to float out of the room back down the hallway where it came from. Some pretty clutch rolls. You wait for a minute, for 5, just to be sure, but you feel like for now, it's gone. Jungo, you get up from your hiding position and see your reflection in the tube. You flash back to when you woke up. The sound of an alarm blaring, red light flashing through your closed eyelids. You open your blurry eyes slowly, focusing on a glint of brass that's embedded in your arm under translucent skin. Without time to process this, the awareness of your surroundings begins to flood your senses. You are on the ground. It's concrete. It's wet. And there are glass shards scraping your body on the floor as you convulse and vomit metallic blood. Ears ringing, you hear distant footsteps getting rapidly closer. Hands grab you and pull you up. Are you okay? Can you hear me? Can you understand me? Can you walk? Can you speak? It's a woman's voice, and it's filled with concern. What do you do?
I would try to respond, but I think there's just that excess liquid in my mouth, so kind of just like splurge out with like, yes?
Okay. I'll take that as a good sign. Follow me, quick, and be quiet. She leads you. Your limbs haven't moved before, yet you instinctively know how to walk and to theoretically run, but it feels like they're almost not strong enough to hold you up.
So I guess I had to follow and kind of crumple to the floor for a little bit.
She stops and kind of looks around. You hear the sound of what you know now, but didn't know then, was a zombie attack within this underground lab. You turn back and see the test tube that you fell out of, and you realize you're in the middle of a situation that you do not fully understand.
Brow would furrow, quick like pang of just concern and like sadness and not knowing, and then I would bottle that information up for now.
Okay.
But I don't think Jungo wouldn't be like a very hard to read like you could tell someone's bothering him.
There's a moment actually where this woman leans down, crouches down, and looks at you and says, "I'm sorry. I know this isn't what's supposed to happen, and you're not ready. It's too early, but I know that you can do this. It'll be okay."
Are we going somewhere?
Yes. Follow me. We're gonna get to safety. She leads you quietly and with stops and starts through this underground lab that now the familiarity, it's not the same lab, but it just brings back those memories of strange equipment and things you don't understand. She takes you back through some offices and back hallways, industrial tunnels and the like, until you get to a service elevator. She opens it up and kind of gets into it with you, punches one of the numbers and says, "Okay, this is going to take you to the surface." She gets out and closes the door.
Why aren't you coming?
I'm not done yet. I still have one more thing to do. But you need to get out of here and get to safety. I need you to find someone, okay?
Oh, okay.
Can you do that? Do you know what names are?
Yes, no, maybe.
It's how we identify ourselves. I'm Amy. You need to find someone called Dr. Jacob Loomis, okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you have a name?
No.
That's okay. Maybe one day you'll choose one or find one.
Okay.
Okay.
How long will you be?
I'll be right behind you. A zombie comes out from behind a stack of boxes and bites into her neck. She collapses against the wall, blood pouring out. She looks at you and with her last breath says, "Go! Go!"
Kind of like reach out my hand as the elevator kind of starts heading me up as the side of her. Just this. It's overwhelming, I would say.
That overwhelming feeling causes you to close your eyes, and when you open them, you're back here in this lab.
Jungo, what's wrong? It's gone. It's gone for now. Are you with me? He's got you by the shoulders. He's looking right at you. You know, hey, it's all right. What's wrong?
I'm okay. I think just remembering things. I don't know. There's something familiar about this place, but not really.
Familiar? Oh.
These tanks. It looks like the one I might have come from. Or something similar.
Oh, I see.
Do you remember when I found you? Someone asked me to find you.
Yes, you've mentioned that, but I don't know more than that. When you got to me, you didn't even know who had sent you.
I think I remember now. Dr. Amy?
Amy?
Yeah. She knew your full name.
Oh, okay. And Jacob's face and his head, they kind of slouch a little bit.
Doctor, are you okay?
Yes. Yes, I'm quite fine. Just all this excitement, I think. It's more than we've had in a long while.
Mm-hmm. A lot's happened the last day.
Oh, more than that's happened in years, Jungo. This whole world is starting to get topsy-turvy again.
Well, do we want to call it quits for today?
I think first we need to get out of here. I think we're in maybe this thing's home, and we're not welcome, nor are we safe. I think we need to get Colton.
Where did he go?
I don't know. I haven't seen him yet.
He's invisible.
He rolled.
The
man's he's disappeared completely.
Do you think he went to Eden without me? I knew he thought it was cool too.
It did sound pretty stellar, didn't it?
If you guys looked out in the room, you'd see Colton standing in the entrance to the room, looking down the hallway and looking at the tethers on the ground, trying to see if there's anything there.
Oh, good. He stuck around. Let's go talk to him. Maybe he saw something we didn't behind here.
I don't think I saw a whole lot anyway, so.
That's all right. That's quite all right. And Jacob stands up and helps you to your feet.
Colton, as you are looking at these tethers, I'll get you to roll investigate a mystery for some more specific information.
7.
All right. You get to ask one. What happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed here? And as Jacob and Jungo kind of get up to that area, you also notice on the side of where the kind of more equipment is, the vials and the like and stuff, there is one specific shelf, case. What's it called?
Medicine cabinet?
Yeah. It's you see a tiny little medicine cabinet like you would see in a bathroom, except it's carbon fiber and steel plated, and it says Apocalypse Cabinet.
Name drop.
That's pretty on the nose.
Shut up. It was a good company, okay? They went under so fast. You notice it kind of is slightly swung open. I will get Jungo to roll a D100 for the potential to find an item in the space. And then we'll come back to your question, Colton.
All right. 82.
Yes!
Yes! Yes!
We did it. You did it.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Holy shit. Okay, how do I make this work? Hang on. I need to make this narratively fit.
The fact that he's so excited concerns me.
Yeah.
Okay, here's what happens. Jungo, this Apocalypse Cabinet obviously draws your attention.
Carbon fiber.
Yes, carbon fiber, which now that I think about it, isn't actually like a strong material for...
But it's steel plated as well.
That's right, carbon and steel. That's
It's
right.
a carbon steel. Carbon steel weave.
Super steel.
Whole thing.
You open the door
Whole thing.
and find a vial of this kind of sickly yellowish liquid. It's a similar hue to the tank water, but it's much more vibrant and almost looks like concentrated or something like that. But
Drink it.
the thing that you really find here is right beside the Apocalypse Cabinet is a second, smaller Apocalypse Cabinet.
It's a mimic. Don't touch it.
What if there's another cabinet in there?
What are those little Russian doll things? They have a bunch of them in the inside.
Russian
The
nesting
nesting
cupboard.
dolls. You open up the door, and inside is one item, and it is a laser pointer, and engraved on the side, like it had but one purpose, is the word pigeon.
Pigeon.
Yes, pigeon.
Are there pigeons the name for a nuke that if you point the laser pointer, it just lands there?
Is it a capital P? Or is it all like just lowercase or all the same? Like is pigeon
It's
like a
all
name?
lowercase.
Okay, so
It's all lowercase.
Camel case.
Pigeon.
Pigeon.
Jungo doesn't even know what a pigeon is.
I turn around and probably never seeing one, I immediately click where it would operate. Just, hey, doctor!
Right in his eyes.
Oh, my eye!
A laser pointer directly at the doctor's eyes. Something you should never do, by the way, kids. You all hear so fast and without warning the sound of fluttering, and a laser-guided pigeon directly launches at Dr. Loomis's face, causing him one harm.
Doc!
From where?
From up in the rafters, and then it lands on your shoulder.
My shoulder or his shoulder?
Your shoulder, Jungo.
Hello? Doctor, you okay?
Yes, the glasses protected me.
You have a laser-guided pigeon.
That is incredible. I would make good use of this.
Really.
That is what you find.
A laser-guided pigeon. All right. I
Yes.
love it. Laser-guided pigeon. So far, as we can tell, unlimited uses?
At least until the battery runs out. But that might be something you can replace or hack together to maybe power it another way or something like that. It's totally up to you. But as of right now, it seems to be working.
Doctor, are you okay? And I'm going to flash at him.
Not with the pigeon launcher.
It launches from your shoulder like a sprinter off a block. Just like it was ready. Directly at your chest, Dr. Loomis.
What is this thing? Doctor, get up. Oh, I'm sorry. What is this?
The pigeon flies back on your shoulder. It's got a little military helmet.
I haven't seen a pigeon launcher in quite some time. Like I said, guys, I don't want to get into it, but science got really weird after the apocalypse. It got really weird.
You had
These cabinets,
quite the
they're
R&D
loaded-
department, eh? Back in the day?
Dude, everybody was building stuff, and none of it was good. I was part of that crew. I really was.
You were part of this one?
Not this one. This one wasn't me. No, I heard about it, though. I seen it. Deadly.
Imagine if we could incorporate this on the Roomba.
You don't want to do that.
You might need it to take out the Roomba.
Maybe.
Pinpoint precision missiles.
Colton, as these shenanigans are going on and you're looking down at the strands in between the corpses,
I'm going to ask, what can it do?
what can it do? It's a good question. The way that the monster went directly towards the tether makes you know that they are at least connected in some capacity. So you know that it can draw the creature to a specific location if it wants to repair its kind of network. The other thing that you pick up is from the way that the corpses kind of convulsed and the transmission of these tendons, you feel that it would be able to potentially draw power or life from this network. So that's what it can do.
I will turn to talk to the doctor and Jungo and seeing them firing pigeons at each other. I'm just going to shake my head.
Oh, hey, Colton, do you see this? And I'll attempt to fire it.
No, don't shoot it.
All right, sorry.
Put it away.
I want to hold it, though.
Okay, fine. Who am I? I'm not your dad.
What?
Sorry, it's an expression from the old world. This creature, it knew what I had done to that tether. It came here to fix it.
Yeah, it seems to be connected to these tethers somehow.
Can I reach down and like try to take a vital on one of these I know you've been describing them as corpses, but if they're like still, like if they're still twitching, like if their nerves are still getting impulses and stuff, is there some sort of weird half-life, undead thing happening here?
Yeah, even without rolling, you are able to look at them and definitively say that these are corpses. The signals of it could be like an electrical signal or something that is causing them to twitch.
Right.
But the musculature and something is almost remaining intact in the kind of decaying way that the zombies do.
Right.
They're dried up and husks, but they're also still functioning musculature to a point, if that makes sense.
Okay.
They're almost individual shriveled up muscles with synapses in between them.
Right.
I don't know. It's using them as some sort of battery or a life source. It seems to be able to repair them when they're damaged. But if it knows when we affect one, we can definitely use that. draw it somewhere, draw it away. Maybe we spend a little more time here and figure out anything we can from these things. And should we leave?
Well, what time is it?
Cool o'clock? I'm not sure.
It's in the evening.
How are you guys doing?
I'm fine to keep going, but
I'm not feeling perfect, but I can soldier on.
is it because you just got a pigeon to the face?
Well, that didn't help. It didn't help my injuries.
You seem to have quite a thing with animals.
I don't like them, typically.
I think they like you a little too much.
Yeah, it's some sort of weird...
I mean, to be fair, the pigeon wasn't really his fault at all.
That's true.
You know what, Colton? That's a good point.
So we're implying the snake is his fault?
Well, snakes are kind of an unavoidable thing, apparently. They seem to be everywhere.
Listen, Colton, I thought the snakes were us. I thought it was totally on us, but they're down here. I've never been here.
I'm starting to think they might be following you, because I didn't see any before I met you two.
You sure?
Just the wrong part of town.
Okay, do you guys want to head back to like the kind of intersection space with the 3 different tunnels?
Do I have one more on investigate a mystery, or oh no, it's only hold 2.
Yes.
And then I get a question about anything about the mystery.
I will say that you will have to use that within the next tunnel that you guys go down, whatever it is. That question, whatever it's going to be. Just so you know.
Right.
Like you'll have that whole segment to ask. But after that, it's kind of like a cutoff.
Okay, good to know.
Just because I want the question to be pertinent to like what you guys are doing kind of now.
Yeah. Before we leave the room, can I take a vial of some of that liquid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to collect a vial.
Sure.
You do so. No problem.
It's wet? Is it liquid?
Yeah. It's a liquid. It's like a pea yellow liquid.
Is it piss?
You don't know.
Can I investigate a mystery to see if it's piss?
Taste it.
Jungo,
The
drink
sentence,
this.
can I investigate a mystery to see if it's piss, should be banned.
No, that should be an
Shouldn't be
automatic.
allowed.
Yes, you can.
I mean, I will make you roll for it, but
Yeah.
You'll just give me ammunition. Or I'll fail and drink it.
yeah.
No, that's okay. I'll just keep
What cool items do you give your players? Vials of piss.
And they love
Checks
it.
out.
They
Yeah.
drink it up.
They eat that shit up.
yucky.
Yucky, dude.
Back at the intersection of these 3 different hallways, the 2 you have not explored are offices and Eden. What would y'all like to do?
Office.
Yeah, save the best for last.
Yeah, I'm good with the office.
It is a good show.
Also, while we're walking down the hallway, Nick, I'd like to follow the tethers to see if they branch off anywhere different, like into the wall or something.
Okay. For sure.
You should thank you.
Yeah, because are the bodies that are connected at like the end or like near the lab, do tethers from there go all the way back down the hallway towards the other tunnels?
Yes.
Okay.
They do. You are able to spot that out easily enough. Just out of curiosity, knowing what you know now, are you taking any different precautions, changing up your walking order or anything like that? Just, I'm allowing the space for you to do whatever you want.
Is there anything we should do? Like, I think we try to not interact with the bodies, right? Because it seems that this thing can sense when they're disturbed.
Is it senses the bodies or when you snap the little cords?
No, because it screamed when I tripped over the body too.
Oh, right.
So I think we want to keep away from the bodies a little bit more. Because they're not like fully... It's not like we would have to actually walk on corpses to get down the hallway, right? Usually they're off to the side or... Okay.
Are there corpses down the hallway?
Yes, there are.
Or just in the room? There are in the hallway?
Do you think these people were aiming for this, or do you think this creature has brought them together themselves? Like, it seems strange for a group of people to do something like this, but from what I remember, the Church of Scientology wasn't, all there back in the day.
Well, I guess it's a matter of perspective.
That's quite astute, Jungo.
Says the lab experiment.
Is this thing smart enough to build itself a battery, a life source? Or was it constructed?
It's a really good question.
Wouldn't you know more about that than any of us?
These labs they seem well outfitted. They were doing something. I've never seen any medical science do anything quite as outlandish as this.
Nick, do the tendrils, like the things that are connecting these bodies, is it organic?
Yes.
Does it look like an organic substance? So it's not like it's some sort of medical tubing. It's not like these bodies were plugging themselves in consciously and then...
No, it does not appear that way. It does appear to be an organic material. When I said it looks like ligaments. It's very close to that kind of thing. It looks like it is from the corpse's organics, kind of half and half, connecting to the nearest thing, like a fungal network almost.
Right.
I don't think that whatever they were doing down here, that this was the outcome they were looking for. I think this creature has made itself a little home down here and constructed this network of bodies. Yeah.
Do you think this creature found this place with these people, or was it created here and it went wrong?
I don't know, Colton. Something came up from the graveyard. Now, was it just a zombie, or did that thing fetch something from the graveyard on purpose? Whatever the case may be, it's clearly intelligent. This is not our average, stone-minded zombie we can trick into doing things. It obviously has some sort of intelligence about it.
All of these different questions all percolating as you begin to walk down the hallway towards the offices. Taking care, making sure you're minding your step, you begin to walk down, and a number of rooms with outdoors on them are open, and you are able to see small office-looking spaces. If you think of like a hallway that kind of widens out a little bit, and then off to the side are a handful of these offices, and then at the end is a set of double doors that are closed and looks like leads to like the head office or something of that nature. What do you all want to do in this space?
Did we investigate all the smaller offices first? See if there's anything in there?
Yeah, just split up a little bit in this small little area and see what's going on. Are the corpses like still sitting at their desks, like they just fell asleep and died, or was it that they've been like moved to these, kind of corpse pile batteries?
There are none sitting in the chairs. They are all on the floor.
All right. Unless it was a slumber party, they've probably been moved.
Some are kind of like half slouched, like sitting against the wall.
Right.
But they're all on the ground, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think we investigate kind of the area a little bit, right?
For sure. I will get each of you to roll and investigate a mystery.
And it's not like the room is aglow with the green light of this zombie, right?
Oh, it's right in front of you. I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you. It's right there.
Dang.
It's upset. It is knitting, and you've caught it right in the middle of it. And now it's going to kill you all.
What's it knitting?
Yeah.
A little child's toque, you dick.
Is it pregnant?
How dare you interrupt it? It's for a baby.
It's my nephew's birthday coming up.
All right, each of you investigate a mystery.
4.
Woo!
Experience point.
10 plus 2, 12.
Woo! That
And
boy's good at investigating. And a 10 from Colton. Colton, what are you looking for as you go through these offices? What is Colton thinking he'll find or trying to look for?
I am looking for what is being concealed here, if anything.
What is being concealed here is a very good question. And I'm trying to think of the answer. As you go through these desks, Colton, you open up a couple of drawers. They're relatively simple. There's some scrap paper, a few different small office supplies, and find very, very little, which to you seems odd for a space like this to kind of not be used for what it's meant for. You look a little further, and beneath one of the desks, you find a small relief in the wood. And as you press your finger up into it, there's a click, and a hidden drawer pops out on the opposite side of the desk. Inside, you see a diagram. It looks like some Buffy the Vampire supernatural bullshit of this kind of summoning circle, this idea of bringing forth something. And there are markings on it that you don't recognize or understand. But from the words on the page and from what you can kind of gather, surmise that this is some kind of summoning ritual-y thing. That's what you find.
I will take the paper and put it in my pocket for now
Okie doke.
and continue searching.
All right. We'll come back to you for that second hold. And Jacob,
Yes.
you got a 12, didn't you?
I did.
You may ask the keeper any question you want about the mystery, not just the listed ones, again.
For 12?
Yeah, 12 plus.
Wow.
So you hold 2, and you can ask that extra question.
Okay, I'm gonna do my extra question first. I'm gonna ask, did this creature intentionally move these bodies together? Did it create this battery network?
Cheeky boy. Cheeky boy. Investigating the corpses further, without touching them, you begin to look at the placement. You start wondering why they're where they are. Does it look like this is natural? Does it look like it was an accident? All these questions are just too much for you to not focus on it. You begin to look where the bodies are on the ground and find in a few places claw marks.
The same ones from the grave site. Yeah. Claw marks that they were moved. Okay, that's good to know. Because I really didn't put it out of the scope of the Scientologists to link themselves and do this silly business. So, but it's good to know that at least they didn't do that bit purposefully.
Right. Yes.
Have claw marks. I guess I'm supposed to do... I can't ask my own questions. I gotta ask your questions. Before I do any of that, can I just loot a little bit? Jacob doesn't come across, like, office supplies too often anymore. So he's, like, taking every pen he sees so he can keep writing. He's taking, like, little bits of paper, maybe some envelopes, staples.
Yeah.
He's just kind of putting them in his pockets and...
Actually,
just
Jacob,
refill a little bit.
why don't you roll me a D100 as well?
Ooh. Gotta get
for this space.
my big D100 nonsense. And away we go. That is an 83.
Okay.
All right.
All right, interesting. Huh. You are looking through the desks, looking for anything useful for office supplies. In one of the offices, there's a photos on the wall of this person, seemingly their office, doing all sorts of crazy, like, adrenaline junkie stuff, base jumping and skydiving, wingsuit stuff. You open one drawer and find what looks like two of those, like, suction cups that window movers use.
Yeah.
But these look to be designed for, like, training so that you can, like, stick them onto, like, almost any surface and, like, pump your arms, do chin-ups wherever you want, or, like, climb up a surface or something like that. You find they're called anti-gravity suction cups. They're not technically anti-gravity suction cups, but they're that's what they're labeled as.
Anti-gravity suction cups. Okay.
That's what you find. For an 83. We got an 82 and an 83.
Do I also get office supplies?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so I have 2 to spend. I'm just gonna hold those for right now because I think
Great. Colton, back to you as you continue looking through these desks. Do you want to use your hold or do you want to keep it?
I'm going to keep it for now.
Okay, perfect. Then we're going to move on to Jungo. Jungo got a 4.
Hooray.
Looking through the offices here, you go right to the end. You look at that big door and it entices you.
Yeah.
There are no markings on the door. There doesn't appear to be any latches or anything of the kind. What do you do to investigate it?
Well, I'm kind of the muscle, so I put my shoulder into it.
You put your shoulder into it, and a resounding reverberates.
What was that?
And back through the tunnel, you hear a scream.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
What do you all do?
He came out of nowhere.
Jungo.
Doc, I thought you were supposed to be looking after him.
Well, typically he doesn't just slam into doors.
I don't know. So far, he just kind of slams into everything.
I was trying to see if maybe there's something on the other side. I didn't see a way to open it.
Did it not have a squeeze knob?
No, that seems to be an us thing.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
And I've only seen squeeze knobs.
Okay. Are we hiding or are we fighting? We're not done looking around, right?
I think we should probably just hide for now, just like the last time.
Duck and cover.
Sure,
Yes,
sure.
I like that.
Okay.
Where do you all want to hide?
I'm gonna go back into the office that had the secret drawer. And is there like a big cupboard or something in there or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'll just tuck into one of those. Try and keep it open a crack so I can see out into the room if possible, but...
Yeah, definitely. You too?
I'll pop back into the office I found the anti-gravity suction cups in, and I'll tuck behind the door with it, because I think all the doors were open, right?
There are no doors on these offices.
Oh, well, I can't hide behind one then.
It's an open door policy.
Yeah.
Right.
Scientology, baby.
It's a no door policy.
It's... Then I will, I'll crawl under the desk, I guess. Does it have a front on it, so I can't be seen from the front?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
Cool. I'll crawl under the desk.
As will I.
And pull the getting
Both of you.
It's a big desk.
It's gotta be.
Scrunched up right beside each other. I'll get all of you to roll to act under pressure as you hear the sound of this entity float into the space. Your breath catches in your chest. Colton, looking out the crack, seeing a flash of green and tracking it. Jacob and Jungo tucked under the desk. What do you all got?
That is a 9 + 1, 10.
Nice, total of 4.
Uh-oh.
Good news is Jungo's going to be level 3. Bad news is Jacob's going to be dead.
And what did you get, Colton?
I got an 8.
Doctor, you have to be quiet.
Shut up.
You shout this out. You have to be quiet. He's coming. He was already there. head whips over to you, and the hand reaches out. You are all...
Do I see this thing go into their office?
Yes.
Can I look for a tether in my office, if there's a tether to one of the corpses?
Ooh.
Yeah, just outside the door. Or the not door.
I'm going to reach out and break it, and then tuck back into the...
Clever
You
boy.
reach out, snap it, and tuck back in. I will say roll a d6. We're looking for a high number here, just to see if it grabs its attention.
6.
That might be the highest it can go.
Yeah, I'm going to
might
go
be-
higher.
Jungo, its hand reaches out. You see a flash of green beginning to alight in its palm, and then its head whips around, but it doesn't see Colton. What do you all do while it's currently distracted?
Wait a minute.
Pigeon. Get him with the pigeon.
We could surprise him with the old Magnum pigeon combo.
I don't think there's enough room in that office for your barrel, so...
That's true.
That classic combo.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the pigeon. I'm gonna try to fire at the head of the thing.
Oh my goodness.
With the
Okay.
intention, so that the doctor can maybe scamper away if he so chooses.
Okay.
Because he got us into this mess, but I'm...
You have a bit of a moment here, so he could choose to do... He could choose...
Hey, Doc, now's your chance. Run and leave him behind.
Jungo, that's what we call gaslighting, and it's not okay.
You whip out the the laser pointer, and yeah, man, kick some ass.
Taking this opportunity as well, and because I did roll good, can I fire a shot as well from my gun?
Yeah, you have the opportunity to do
Is
so.
it
Kick
just,
some ass
do I
as
get
well.
do I get like a cool +1 because it's distracted? or
You will both get a +1.
I need it badly.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Justin, what did you roll?
No.
Rolled snake eyes again.
I rolled with a dice a 3, but a total of 5.
Mark experience.
Are you level 3 yet?
This is my level 3 level up here.
This is your level 3? Okay, you're gonna need it as...
That's a 5.
You also got a 5?
Yes!
So,
High
looking out,
five, baby, high five.
do I see the pigeon go rocketing out the door and then get shot out of the air?
No, I didn't roll. No. It's not that bad.
Not that bad.
I didn't roll that bad. Oh, I got to mark an experience.
You... Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. The creature whips around to see its tether broken behind it. You both jump out of the desk in slow motion, whip out the 44, whip out the laser pointer, completely miss the shots, both of you. The pigeon flies out of the door into Colton's office and just slams into the wall. The shot rings out, completely missing, but blasting the roof above you, and a little bit of rubble kind of falls down onto your head. Colton, I will give you an opportunity to also screw up.
Seeing the pigeon come rocketing into my room and then hearing a shot hit the wall, I'm going to take off running because I know they just fucked us royally. But I'm going to run towards their room, and as I'm running, I'm just going to break as many tethers as I can see. I'll kick them, pull them, whatever. I'm going to try and break as many, see if it'll weaken them at all.
Okay. Oh, interesting. All right. I will say then this isn't going to be a kick some ass roll. I think this is going to be an act under pressure to see how many you're able to kind of snap as you do this maneuver while all of this other stuff happens.
That is a 9.
9. Nice. Okay. On a 9, Keeper is going to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. Leaping out from the office, you try and snap as many of these as you can, stepping on them, slicing them with whatever you have on you. You get nearer the entrance where you guys came into this room and hear the sound of shuffling and movement further down the tunnel.
Like from the way we came?
Yeah.
Does it sound like the shuffling of a zombie?
It sounds like the shuffling of at least one.
Coo.
But you are able to snap about a dozen of these tethers as you move across the room. The creature roars out.
Does it sound like it's in pain or sound like it's angry?
Anger.
Cool. Pissed it off. Let's go.
Now, to you two in that room.
Yeah, it's going good.
If I may,
Yes.
there's this cool little thing for this level up that I think actually fits in this moment. One of my improvements is gain a lesser divine being as an ally sent from above to help with our mission. Could this be Bernie the pigeon?
Bernie!
Yes.
Excellent.
It always has been.
He always was there. I was meant to find him. Excellent. Okay.
100%. Yes.
Good.
That's amazing.
Justin equips plot armor to his pigeon. Good idea. It was a good idea.
Colton, you look back in the room. You see a pigeon walk out, adjust its military helmet, look up at you, nod. It flies up into the air, and this light kind of like purple streak behind it.
I just kind of look around, make sure like everything's still real.
Quick reality check.
Yeah.
You must have hit your head somewhere along the way.
Oh, yeah. I'm dead. I got shot.
The figure floating in the doorway between you two and Colton in the office, it reaches out its hand towards you, Jungo, and a tether of green energy, of light from its clawed hand shoots into your chest, and you feel life just beginning to drain out of your body. You feel weak all of a sudden, and you see this creature almost radiate with more of a glow, and its eyes flare this bright purple now.
Doctor?
Get away from him, you being! And I'd like to slash at the tether with my knife, my scalpel.
Okay, I'm gonna get you to roll help out.
Do I see this too?
Yes, you do.
Can I shoot at the outstretched hand with my gun? See if I can blow his hand
You
up?
certainly can. Both of you go for it.
Am I rolling a help or a kick some ass?
You're gonna do a kick some ass. The help out is for Dr. Jacob.
That's an 8. 7 plus 1.
Yes.
Okay, amazing. You grant a +1 to the roll, but also expose yourself to danger or trouble. Colton.
12.
12.
Ooh,
Dude, nice.
Damn.
So I use weird instead of tough now.
You get to pick an enhanced effect instead of the basic ones. You completely hold the advantage. All hunters involved in the fight get a +1 forward for their next roll.
Ooh.
You suffer no harm at all in this engagement. Your attack inflicts double the normal harm, or your attack drives the enemy away in a rout. What do you want to choose here?
I am going to choose the drive the enemy away.
Okay,
I'm going to try and like scare him off by blowing his hand off.
for sure. Dr. Jacob, how are you trying to slash at this energy beam?
I whip out my copper inlaid scalpel, and I slash at it kind of just a few feet in front of Jungo. I'm just trying to sever that connection as quick as I can, as seeing, Jungo wither a little bit and this thing grow in power.
You slash down at it as a shot rings out from Colton going after the hand. It doesn't hit you, but the beam adjusts itself as the hand gets blown back and it shoots into your arm for a moment. You share in this same draining of life. You're going to take 1 harm.
Okay.
Jungo, you are going to take 2, which is going to be reduced down to 1 from the, specifically in this case, the help out from Dr. Loomis.
How does that work? As I also have the armor, which reduces by 1 harm as well. So this is 0, net 0.
This is an ignore armor ability.
Okay.
So
Gucci gang.
it goes through regardless. But you don't take the full effect of it. Loomis shared in the effect with it.
Absolutely.
Colton, your blast fires off. Its hand shoots back, damaged by the blast. You see the dark Icarus blood draining out of it. It floats away, screeching as it does, over to the large double door. What do you all want to do?
So it was in the room with them?
It was kind of in the doorway.
Okay. And I was still out in the hall?
Yeah, you're kind of in, if we have this hall that you came down, right, into a room that has the offices off to the sides, and then the one at the end.
Okay, as I see it going towards the door, can I charge after it and try and push it into the wall, not the door? And while I'm pushing it, I want to get my shotgun like right up in its face and shoot the other shot.
Definitely. I also forgot, what's the damage on that shotgun blast?
3.
You see it does quite a bit of damage. The hand is still glowing with the green light, but it is dripping blood. One of the fingers looks like it's almost completely gone. Okay, that is all of its kind of turns with that. What do you all want to do? Sorry, Colton, you wanted to run at it. And
run out and try and push it so it doesn't get to the door, and while I'm pushing it, I'm just going to try and unload one point blank.
Oh, for sure. You sprint towards it. Give me a kick some ass roll.
11.
Ooh, baby. With that 11, choose an extra effect as well. So it's going to do that damage.
This one I'm going to do double. I thought I knew 6.
No, that's on a 12 plus for the enhanced. So you can either gain the advantage for yourself or another hunter, giving a +1 forward. You inflict terrible harm, you suffer less harm, or you force them where you want them. You were trying to stop them from getting to the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna force them where I want them and push them into the wall. So, like, is the big double doors, they take up the entirety of the hall, or is there kind of like a corner next to the doors?
Oh, there is wall. There is wall on either side, yes.
So he was going for the double door side. You want to try and, like, run and intercept him and then shove him into the corner?
Definitely. You sprint across the room with this superhuman speed. It floats over, trying to escape your onslaught. You smash it up into the wall. It claws at you with its long claws, 2 harm as the claw digs into you and tries to rip out flesh.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my zombie arm to, like, kind of get in the way and reduce 1 harm.
Perfect. So that's another 3, right?
Yeah.
It's looking hurt now as that second blast actually does land on its head mostly, and you see half of the skull in the upper half, kind of above the eye, is now completely gone.
Can I take this little moment here as we're exiting the room to ask what can hurt it with one of my hold? It seems the shotgun's doing work, certainly.
It certainly is.
But I guess I'm looking for, is because a shotgun's pretty fatal for, like, even a zombie is pretty fatal, but this thing's eaten 2 of them and still kicking to some extent, so it seems to have less effect.
Yeah, as you kind of look at the scenario happening, you realize that the shotgun is not having less effect. It's just much hardier than a normal zombie would be. It doesn't look like it's got a ton of, like, constitution. It's an emaciated form, but whatever it is holding it together is just a stronger bond than the zombified people walking around. You're not sure exactly how, but you do know that it's just stronger.
Okay.
As for what can hurt it, it appears to be reacting to weapons the same as other zombies would. You kind of only shot it at this point, but your scalpel, like, it's a copper blade that you have on there and everything. Mm-hmm. So what you're doing is working.
Right. Okay.
That's what you gather. Jungo and Jacob can act.
And while they're coming out of the door, I would yell out, "There's something coming down the hallway as well." Just a heads up, as I'm, like, wrestling with this thing in the corner.
Yeah.
Are we looking to leave, Colton?
I mean, I'm a little preoccupied at the moment, but just a heads up, there's something coming from behind.
I'm gonna go over to Cole and try to plunge the copper fork that I have into the body of this creature. Kind of like make sure Dr. Jacob, if he wants to leave, he can leave, kind of thing.
Gotcha. For sure. Yeah, you run over there, pulling the copper fork out. Give me a kick some ass roll.
All right. This is a 13.
A 13? Mm-hmm. Okay, you can pick an advanced move off that. So you completely hold the advantage. All hunters get a +1. You suffer no harm at all. Your attack inflicts double the normal harm, or your attack drives the enemy away and around.
Let's go double damage. Why not?
Yeah.
Double damage. Okay.
Hit him.
What is your?
So it'd be it's a
Wait. What's your fork?
Yes.
Does how much damage?
3.
And it's holy.
Which is double to 6.
It's double to 6. And my body and
holy.
divine weapon always count as a weakness against monsters I fight.
That's so broken.
We've solved your stupid
Hang on,
puzzle.
I'm Googling something.
How to kill player characters in Monster
Your
Fleet.
body and divine weapon.
This is what happens when you put D&D players into a narrative-based game. We're like, yeah, I guess we'll farm levels and one-shot your creatures.
How can I min-max these words?
Yeah, I've actually chosen level ups that are not very min-maxy at all. This is just part of the standard moves.
Just wait till I level up and I can fly.
Sorry, pal.
I
Sorry,
think.
pal.
See, here's the thing: is this is broken? Okay, this is broken, and I did some tertiary Googling, and I'm pretty sure the game designer has a Reddit post that says this is why it's not broken, and this is why it's in there. So I'm pretty sure it's legit.
It's up to you, baby. It's up to you.
He's just a skeleton key of murder.
What do? How do you kill this creature?
Well, I've kind of made many mistakes in this whole investigation. Because I've put the doctor in trouble. I've gotten Colton in this situation by alerting the creature. So just gonna take out all my bottled up anger at that, and then also kind of this unnerving feeling from this deja vu that I got before, and I'm just gonna tense up, white knuckle that fork, and I'm just gonna plunge it into its back of its head, if I can.
There is a moment where the fork connects with the skull. A flash, not of green but of purple, shoots out through the entire cavern. The scream from the creature is not the same one that you have heard. It is a sigh of relief as your fork enters the back of the skull and the emaciated body goes completely limp. The last thing to move are the lights of dim violet in its eyes that go out.
Is he dead?
I believe so.
Did the doctor get out okay?
He's still standing right there behind you.
I expected to be running, but hey, Jungo, you got him. Colton and Jungo, you guys got him.
It was mostly Colton, actually.
Can I walk over and shoot it?
You don't need to walk over. You just stand in the door and fucking.
No, I can't. Colton, I can't shoot you from. I can't shoot it from that far.
Shoot
I
you,
will never hit
little
it.
Freudian
I'll
slip.
never hit it.
Just raise your hand and put the barrel in its mouth from where you're standing.
You can't miss that.
You do so. A zombie comes around the corner in the hallway. Its normally non-expressive face looks confused, and then it just turns around and walks back.
Nah, not today.
Nothing to see here, folks.
Wow, that's insane.
Incoming Jungo nerfs.
Yeah.
Is that how the creator described it as being fair? He just said that's how it is.
That's how it is.
That's just how the divine is. So that's what my character would do.
Yeah, it's like under the original wrapper of very much like mythological monsters, and there's usually a lot of religion and God versus evil or good versus evil even involved in that kind of stuff. And so the idea is that the divine is like Castiel, right? All of a sudden those things that were such a problem to the brothers earlier on, he can just deal with.
It's a different echelon of power.
Yeah, it's slightly anticlimactic for the first boss, but hey, that's just how it goes, baby. That's just how it is.
I will say last session, I did ask, is it okay if I take that particular ability? I also asked prior to this if I can play this class.
It was all good. It's all good.
Okay.
No, I love
I did not mean to take that away from you.
No,
so.
no, not at all. No, that's totally fine. Maybe like after this whole adventure is like completed, we'll do like a little like what all of the weaknesses were and like how you guys could have like come up with something like that. But anyway, no, it's actually cool. I love it. It's
great. We don't have to worry about finding our weaknesses anymore. We just fork them and then we're good.
as long as you're the last one to fork them, I guess.
Yeah, but we can still look at Eden now, right?
Yeah, with you around, we can go anywhere.
I mean, I'm kind of more concerned about what's behind this door right now.
Oh, right. Sorry.
This thing seemed to be heading towards it.
Did you see my pigeon?
It flies onto your shoulder.
Hey,
I think the pigeon might have ascended to a different level of being.
It nods at you, Jungo.
hello, Bernie?
I had heard that Project Projectile Pigeon was a success, but
PPP?
like this, never in my wildest dreams.
What kind of stuff? More and more of the things you talk about where you used to work just alarm me.
Like I said, the apocalypse, it was a weird time. It was like the 70s, but weirder.
More drugs and
Just
more
as
technology.
just as psychedelic, but grimmer.
So in terms of like veracity, was the PPP or the Turbo Roomba more of like a high profile case?
You know, it was just about keeping the lights on back then. So, you know, they both did their job, I think. The Pigeon Project seems to have excelled.
This one seems at least more user friendly.
Oh, certainly.
Let's go look at the door.
Roll an investigative mystery, Jungo.
Could I choose to not give advantage here or something? Because last time I rolled terribly.
I will actually say with with the immediate threat gone, you are able to take some time. It actually just takes a good amount of force. The three of you pushing together eventually forces them open these two stone doors. Inside, you see a large mahogany desk with one of those green lamps on it. You know the green lamps I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Sitting in a high-backed chair facing the door is a corpse, but not the same as the other ones, and no tether, just a body that died here and stayed here this long. It's just decayed normally, seemingly. You go closer to it, and it is clutching something by its chest. What do you do?
I'll walk over and inspect what this corpse is holding, and can I maybe gather off this corpse how long this establishment has been at least not occupied by the living?
With your basic medical knowledge, this is like almost a kind of mummified in a way.
Right.
So the features and everything have completely withered away. Its skin is like kind of like shriveled and hard.
That's so yucky.
Shriveled and hard. Ooh.
It has like dark slick back hair, mostly gone and kind of patched. You look at what it's holding in its hands, and you see a jar with two eyeballs floating in it in some kind of liquid. And you, Dr. Jacob Loomis,
Yeah.
flashback. You're at your practice at a normal day, working. You just finished up with a young child with a small cough. Really nothing to be seeing you about, but that's how it goes. And there's a knock at the door of your office.
Yes. Come in.
The door opens, and you see the sheriff of your kind of small town that you're a part of walk in.
Hey, Sheriff.
Hey there. It's nice to see you, Doctor. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Just normal stuff: coughs, bumps, bruises, headaches, that sort of thing. What brings you down here to the clinic?
He takes his hat off and, with kind of shaky hands, Doctor, we need to request that you come with me, and we need you to take a look at something and to keep it quiet.
Oh, yeah, of course. Do I need to bring anything? What am I looking at?
It's already in your operating room.
Okay, yeah.
Follow me. Leads you to an operation room with a police guard stationed outside of it. He nods to them and they let you through. On the table is a body.
Yuck.
The sheriff starts to explain. One of our deputies was out at a call, and it seems like nothing major, not much of a problem. But this person wouldn't stop. This person wouldn't go down even after my deputy unloaded a full clip into him. And he's all right, but there's just something wrong with them. I don't know what it is, and I've never seen anything like this, Doctor.
Yeah, that's strange. Was this person they were aggressive?
Yes, it was a menial domestic dispute call that they were answering. It seemed to be not much of a problem, but then it elevated. They got more and more aggressive, and my deputy's fine. He was attacked and scratched and bitten a little bit, but he was all right.
Scratched and bitten.
The biggest problem that I just don't know what's going on with it. I thought it was rabies. That seemed like the most logical thing, but I don't see any foam at the mouth or nothing, and that's the biggest sign, I think, right? I don't know. I've watched a little bit of TV.
Yeah, rabies can do some crazy stuff, and it'll put a person down. But I've never heard of it making people like this. Sorry, Sheriff. I'm not used to doing the more into the live ones. The dead ones kind of give me the heebie-jeebies. But I'll tell you what I can. Let me just suit up here. And he washes up and puts on a mask and some glasses to, I guess, kind of autopsy this thing. He's immediately thinking, well, people that hyperaggression and having lots of energy and things like that. He's wondering if there's something in the blood, if there's a poison or a drug or something like that gave him a bit of a high.
Investigate a mystery for me.
Alrighty. Mystery investigated. That is a 5 and a 6 plus 2, 13.
Shit.
It's a zombie, Sheriff.
Zombie.
The zombie.
Now I've watched some of those movies as well, and I don't think that those are fictional, Doctor.
Yeah, I guess you're probably right. I guess I'll take some. Or okay, I'll investigate a mystery, right?
Yes, investigate a mystery. You know those things, but because you got the 12 plus, you can also ask any question you want, not just listed.
Okay.
Now, as you go over the body, here's what you discover. And here's why you flash back to this moment. The corpse is in a state of decay that is rapid. It is decaying quicker than a body that was just brought in should have. You aren't sure how to ID this person. The fingertips are like sloughed off. The skin is like not there anymore.
Right.
And you grab a tooth and it just kind of pulls out without a problem.
Oh no. Oh, that's not right at all.
Doctor, are you all right? Are you all right?
Yep. Sorry, Sheriff. It's just, the live ones make more sense to me. I don't know. Yeah.
The most interesting thing you find, Dr. Loomis, is that their eyes have been clawed out by themselves. You see self-inflicted
Oh.
claw marks and gouge marks around the eye sockets. They were removed by this person.
Oh my. Sheriff, this person removed their own eyes. Where's your deputy? We need to bring him in. Whatever has done this to this person, if he came in close contact, breathing, if he touched him, we need to take a look at your deputy now. You need to get him in here.
Give this instruction to the sheriff. They nod and say, right away, I'll get on it. They leave the room, and right before you leave as well, you notice one more thing. What is your question? Or it doesn't have to be something you notice.
Right.
Just before you're leaving the room, you take one last look over the corpse.
What was being concealed?
There is a bandage on the right ankle. You remove it and find a snake bite. We flash forward.
You're telling me that snakes caused the apocalypse? That checks out.
I'm not telling you that at all.
It was someone rolling snake eyes, failing their save.
That, dude.
Imagine rolling snake eyes and removing your own eyes.
Oof. Big failure on that one.
Yuck.
You hold this jar of pickled eyeballs. They're green, hazily.
Does somebody else want this? I don't. Please, someone grab this. I don't.
Don't you have like a bag?
Well, they're already in a jar. I just don't want to touch the jar.
You won't. It'll be in your bag.
Put it down on the desk.
Okay.
Did you give me kind of a rough timeline of how long this guy's been sitting here in a chair?
Oh, years? A handful. No longer than 4.
So this person might have been alive 6 years ago, well into the apocalypse.
Yes.
So this place was running well into the apocalypse.
In some capacity.
In some capacity. In fact, like not far from us for the entire duration.
Yes.
Okay.
While we're all in the office here, I'm going to pull out that summoning circle paper I found and show it to Jungo and the doctor. I found this in a secret compartment on one of the desks. I'm not exactly sure what it's for, but it seems to be some sort of summoning circle or something.
Summoning? Like from somewhere else? Like a different reality?
I guess. I'm not really sure about that kind of stuff. And then, Nick, I'm going to use my held investigative mystery to ask, what can it do?
Hell yes. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, it's proud.
This is going to be limited because half of it has markings on it that you do not understand.
I asked what it can do. You tell me exactly what it can do to the full extent. I didn't ask what kind of can it do.
This summoning circle appears to be funneling energy. It is a catch point for something that you don't understand exactly what it's trying to capture, and you're not exactly sure where it's coming from, but it is focusing something from a much larger source to a much smaller source. When you put that idea together with its basic principle of summoning, you're gathering that it's like some kind of location where energy can be transmitted through. That is what you understand of it.
Can I use my last hold on the mystery to ask what's... It doesn't appear like it's summoning a creature though, or something like that, right? That's kind of what...
You're not sure.
Okay. Can I ask what was it going to do?
What was it going to do?
Kill you.
I'll give you a different question because I think that was kind of answered by Seamus's.
Okay.
What you understand is that it is supposed to or going to transmit energy of some capacity, but until you like, this is just from the page, right? You can't get any more information than what's there. So I can't just like, unless you find this area and investigate it in that way, then I can't, just tell you everything about it from just one paper.
What?
So it doesn't appear like this summoning page has anything to do with this specific fellow with his 2 eyes. Like it doesn't seem to be connective tissue there.
No, it doesn't appear to.
This is a completely different horrible instance, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, they don't appear to be connected.
Good.
Neat.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Nick, does it seem like this circle on this paper specifically is is funneling energy, or does this feel like this is a diagram of the circle you need to draw to funnel energy somewhere else?
It's a diagram, an instruction manual.
So this piece of paper itself isn't actually doing anything.
Correct.
It's just telling you how to create the thing that does it.
You got it.
Is there any clue to what this fellow was up to with his whole removal of eyeballs and stuff? Should I investigate a mystery about the room? Because he was barricaded in here, right?
Yep.
So he barricaded himself in here, removed his eyeballs, put him in a jar, just chilled.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a strange thing to do.
It certainly is, yes. But going through the room a little more and stuff, you don't see any.
His eyes peeled.
It looks like they were done by himself. You stop it. There's like very little in the office indication as to what they were doing or why. So you're unable to come up with anything in that regard.
I would like to loot the room.
Great. Roll a d6.
4.
You find a stapler with half a thing of staples.
Good find.
That's a good find.
Staples?
And a plastic coconut tree that's like a paperweight.
I take them both.
Great.
My inventory grows ever stronger.
Hey, would you like to go down the third hallway?
No, we're good.
No, you should maybe. Hey guys, maybe you should go down the third.
I don't know. It's getting kind of late.
It was the most boring one.
There's nothing else with this office. There's nothing else.
You put a man in here with no eyes that apparently he had removed himself.
Later.
And you're like, oh, stop thinking about it, idiot.
Stop. That's right.
Shall we?
Head back to the ranch, or
I'm dead. I could use a sleep and a snack.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'll end the episode. I'll do it.
I don't know. I kind of want to see Eden, if that's okay, before we headed out. I feel like calling over there for some reason.
As if it will answer our questions.
Yeah.
Huh.
Walking down the third hallway, you see.
But I have this sneaking suspicion that this summoning
walking down-
circle is going to be in Eden,
You think?
and it's not going to be a good place.
No, walking
But
down.
it's called Eden.
You're in the hallway. You're there.
Yeah, remember the last Eden? The last Eden wasn't all that great either.
Yeah, it had snakes in it.
More snakes. That room's probably just full of fucking snakes with an apple.
Wait a minute. Isn't that in that book called The Bauble?
Yes,
The
bauble.
Garden of Eden had the snake in it.
Yeah, that's the one. Nailed it.
That's true.
Mhm.
Wait, you're right. We should turn this
That's
around.
where all of humanity's sin began.
So we shouldn't go to Eden then.
Nothing good happens in
Right, I'm
Eden.
convinced. Let's turn around.
It's just sex and sin.
I'm convinced. Let's turn around then. I don't want anything to do with it.
And Scientology may have had a whole different Eden, which is probably even worse.
Yeah, they were goofballs.
Eden worse.
We done? We done? Yeah, we've all had our fun.
Let's go up the ladder. Let's go up the.
There's no
ladder.
ladder. There's no ladder. No. There's no ladder.
Does this guy look like Tom Cruise?
Could.
To be fair, that was one of my first thoughts when I came into the
He
room.
did have slick back hair.
You said slick black hair, and I was like, it's Tom. It's got to be.
It's Tom.
Going down the third hallway, the same emaciated corpses litter it. But as you get further and further down, you see that they begin to change. Their forms are shifting in odd ways, one with an extra arm, one with half a head kind of growing out of its shoulder, and all of these disfigurements and mutations. You come to one that has a large emaciated claw, similar to the being you saw floating. One of them, their teeth are completely different. They don't look human at all. And as you get closer to a end of the hall, another door, circular. There is a depiction on the door carved into it, and you see 2 humanoid-looking figures, one biting the other looking directly up to a circle. Colton, this triggers a flashback in your memory. What were you doing before you got bit?
Are you asking me, or are you going to tell me?
I'm good. I'm asking. What were you doing?
Oh.
What were you up to? You're not old enough to have been in the world pre-apocalypse. So what were you doing before you changed?
I'm going to say I've been alone for the majority of my life because my parents died. And I was just wandering the apocalypse trying to stay alive as best as possible.
Wandering alone has a lot of advantages. You only have to look out for one person. You can make your decisions quick and without discussion. There are advantages to being in a group as well, where the shared resources and people watching your back make a difference. There was a time where you were wandering alone and you heard a sound in the distance that is not common, but very familiar. The sound of gasoline vehicles. And you know that the number of them and the fact that they're running on gasoline and not anything electric or solar based means that they are raiders. They are taking materials wherever they go and using them. Hiding away, making sure that, or actually, I should ask, what do you do hearing that sound in the distance?
I try and get a visual on them and then stay hidden.
Up on a hill, you're able to see a small convoy, 2 smaller vehicles in between, like a camping truck, one that's kind of like part of the vehicle. It's not a full RV, but it's like kind of in between, halfway. You see this convoy coming down the road and then pulling off, seemingly setting up camp for the night.
I would just kind of watch them as they set up camp just to see if they got anything weird going on.
Hours pass as you watch their movements from afar. As far as raiders go, they don't appear to be violent, or at least overly so, in nature. There's a mixture of men and women, appear to be about a dozen, and they're setting up a small, not fire, but a heated coil for like a dinner of some kind of like large stew and something like that. And it does smell quite good, even from afar. But they spend the evening talking mostly quietly amongst themselves, a little bit of laughter. And after a number of hours and the darkness comes, they pack it in for the night, leaving 2 people on watch, one on top of the camper and the other kind of in a perimeter. Is there anything you want to do, or do you just want to observe?
Leave them be and go find a place to call it a night.
Okay. You head off and make camp on your own, keeping out of sight. In the middle of the night, you wake up to the sound of shuffling and groaning. Nearby, very nearby.
I definitely just lay there thinking to myself, like, you've got to be kidding me. And I just try and lay there quietly holding my breath to pinpoint where it is and how many.
Sounds like 4. 2 of them are past you, still moving past towards that encampment. One is right beside you and the other is coming to move past. Roll to act under pressure as you try to just not move, not make a sound.
8.
The keeper is going to give you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or price to pay.
Ah, Seamus, you could have just gotten free XP from a flashback and you flubbed it.
I was also thinking of what would happen if I die in a flashback.
You die in real life.
That's right. We start episode 1 again with a different character.
Yeah.
But we do all the same story beats.
It's got to be exactly the same, just new guy.
Yeah, exactly. That would be actually kind of funny.
It would be funny.
You hold your breath. Try and slow your heart rate. The one that's nearest you moves past. The one that's lagging behind slightly moves near you and stumbles and trips over your bag. They fall right in front of you. They don't see you, but your next action is going to be critical. What do you do?
So they just fell near me?
You're lying down. Your bag is nearby. It wouldn't be far from you. They have fallen almost right beside you, parallel, but there is a small kind of brush in between you where they can't visually see you. Zombies don't have great eyesight, so.
I will just continue to try and be as still as possible.
Okay, I'll get you to act under pressure again.
11.
Ooh, very nice. You do what you set out to do, holding your breath, not moving. The zombie gets up and moves past you. You wait for a minute or two, and you feel okay.
I'm gonna wait until they're pretty much out of like earshot. I can't even hear them anymore. And then I'm gonna get up and creep my way towards the encampment, following the zombies.
You follow towards and find that the two closest ones are 30 feet out from the camp. You don't see the patrol. You don't see either of the lookouts.
I'm gonna just tuck in and hide somewhere within vision and see if I can see what's gonna happen.
Okay. You tuck in, waiting, and you see them getting close. They begin to pound on the windows of the cars. You hear screaming and gunshots ring out. They're not inside the vehicles yet, but they are trying to get in, and the people sleeping inside have now been woken up to a very bad situation.
And there's still no sign of the lookouts?
Nope.
I'll move a little closer to the camp, still kind of just observing, trying not to be spotted by the zombies or anybody else.
Read a bad situation.
A 5.
A 5. Okie dokie.
I can't read.
Yeah, you got an XP for that, which is great. You see that the camper, the door opens, the driver's side door opens. You see someone stumble out. They are attacked by a zombie, bitten and clawed to the ground. Another zombie comes and pounces and swarms on it. The third one tries to get into the truck and succeeds in doing so, getting in. There's carnage. There's just people shouting, and the loudness, is going to draw from everywhere. You spot on one of the closer cars where there aren't any zombies, a large medical kit in the back of the car.
Were all the raiders in the large camper truck?
Yes, seems to be.
So the other two are empty?
Yes.
What's the fourth zombie doing?
It is trying to go around the back of the truck and get in a different window.
Right, a second zombie. The other two are still eating that other guy?
Mm-hmm. One of them is done and going inside the truck as well.
I'm going to run to the smaller vehicle that had the med pack on it and try and drive away.
Oh, okay. Act under pressure.
That's a 6.
The car is open. You go to the door and the keys are already in there. You hit the gas and drive as fast as you can. An arm reaches onto the windowsill and a set of jaws bites into your shoulder. You speed for maybe a few hundred feet before the throbbing in your arm, and it's holding on still. This is all happening very quick. You turn off a slight hill that you didn't expect. It veers the car towards a tree. You smash into the tree and fly through the window. You smack into a tree, twisting your body around. You're going to take another harm, and the impact as you land on the ground, looking up to the sky. Colton, you see something in the moon right before you pass out. We flash forward.
I leveled up. Yay. So died in the past.
You see this large circular door with this engraving on it. Push it open and enter Eden. Apocalypse Tomorrow is voiced by Seamus Dack as Colton, Justin Vijay as Jungo, Joel Enns as Dr. Jacob Loomis. I, Nicholas Friesen Enns, edited this episode and was your keeper, and Joel Enns' assistant edited. And a special thank you to Solomon Schlegel and Taylor Brown. Really appreciate your feedback. Thanks, everyone, for listening to the end. Don't forget as well, if you want to send in questions for our upcoming Tell All, which Joel coined Atocalypse Now, which is perfect, you can send your questions to atpodquestions@gmail.com. Once again, that's atpodquestions@gmail.com. Thanks so much. Here's a little taste of what's to come.
I put a hand on his shoulder. No. We don't just walk inside. Just take a step back, okay? We're going to make a run for it, all right?
Why? Isn't this your...
All right,
isn't it
ready?
safe?
On three, we're going to run.
Colton, Jungo, you guys want to take point on this? Give me a quick visual, see if we're in danger.
What is
for sure.
happening?
Sure.
All right, everybody ready?
Yep.
Wait.
3, 2, 1. Go!
You hear off in the distance the sound of something powering up.
Shit.